Yes, that's it. It's a reality that is being faced on the road. They call it settlement, uncaptured, unrecorded taxes, which you and I have to pay for at the end of the road. We're going to discuss that more. Now, one of the markets featured there is the Mile 12 International Market. We have the chairman right here, Mr. Shehu Usman. Mr. Usman, good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning. Merry Christmas and compliment of the season.
Yeah, so I'm sure you saw part of that report where Will went around and we had, especially right here close to us in Bega, we see that a lot. And she tried to reach out to the local government chairman. He did say that they know these things are happening, but I mean, it seems nobody can do something about it.
Actually, we've been doing something about it, particularly the leaders of the various markets. We come across to understand that most of the hike price do come from multiple taxations. And I could remember vividly during President Muhammadu Buhari regime, we were taken to the presidency by Hajja Hadiza Bala Osman to narrate our issues, discuss the issue of the multiple taxation from state to state. And I can equally recall that the 19 state governors, once we took our petitions to them as regard what is happening, and we discussed the issues too, and all the governors then agreed that nobody should be at the toll point to collect money from them. And then when we went to the Mr. President, he actually gave order that we should pay money from the loading point and the offloading point. But you know, sometimes if you don't follow things, it will continue to happen. That was the agreement we have with the federal government then, that you pay money at the loading point and you also pay at offloading point. So nobody will take money from Kano to Lagos. Nobody should take money from you, except you buy in Kano market, you pay revenue for that local government. And when you offload in anywhere in the south or anywhere you take it to, you also pay the tax you are supposed to pay, the revenue you are supposed to pay. Or since then, that's what's been happening. But you know, at least some of these states are still on it, like Kwara State, Niger State, all those states across from Kano, they collect revenue. So I think it also adds, you know, to the prices of perishable items.
What can we do about it? Because, I mean, we saw that even in that report, it's been banned. All those roads, tolls and levies on the road, it's been banned. And some of the drivers there sharing their experiences on the road. What else can we do?
And for us, we absolutely cannot do anything because we cannot take law into our hand, except the government, you know, put in place a task force that will be monitoring those people within the state. And it also gives rooms to bad people like armed robbers that, you know, they will just disguise as if they're security also. They will stop the truck, collect whatever the driver has, whoever follows the truck, they also collect money from him. So it also costs so many things. Even in Lagos here, at a toll gate, it was even by the grace of God and the grace of the then former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Rajiv, that stood for us on that time, because that time you see many tickets, more than 20 tickets in toll gates here. But the governor then had to say, look, I don't want anybody to be in that place. He has to drop everybody. In fact, he stopped the Lagos State, even the Lagos State taxi stopped them from collecting. It was later we now resolved to say, okay, whatever we are going to give Lagos State, we should give them from the various market we sell.
The local government, because some of these boys will say they are local government boys, can the local government not do anything about it?
No, what we know about local government is local government has right for every market. And the local government must collect tax or their revenue in the market. For most of this market in Lagos, revenue, for peace to reign, most of this local government gives the revenue to the traders, to the leaders. Like for us, we collect for local government and we dismantle for them whatever it is there. So there won't be any clash. But those ones from the roadside, those are the problem we have. And of course,
because some of them say they are representing the local government.
They operate mostly in the night, and there's nothing we could do for them. We've written several petitions to police as regard what they are doing for us in the road. But up till now, there's no tangible things, no action is taken, you know, on that issues.
And they seem to be very powerful, because we had some of the transporters there saying if you don't pay, of course they'll break your mirror. They can seize your assistance and all.
A lot of things happen in the roadside. But of course, you just have to pay them, because you are just maybe 2 or 3 in the vehicle, while there are almost 10, you know, standing in the roadside. If you don't pay them, whatever you have, if you don't have even money, they may probably drop your 3 baskets of tomato that will be equivalent to their money. If it is cow, they can drop small one. They do that, everybody knows. But I think there is need for federal government to take a drastic action for those people, so that at least things will be better.
Especially now that we are beginning a new tax reform, and the governor of Lagos State, for instance, has promised that they are working with the local government and they will ensure that all these non-state actors will be removed from the road.
Lagos State is perfect. Honestly, they're perfect in terms of their activities with the traders. We don't have problem with Lagos State. The problem we have is in the roadside. And that roadside is a road where you don't have multiple, nobody who can even protect you. That's the problem we have. Nobody can protect you. But in Lagos, who will come and ask you for anything? But within this northern state, from Kaduna State, Niger State, Kwara State, up to Oyo State, you see, in fact, recently, Oyo State government, they said they want to collect 150,000 naira from a truck of maize. Honestly speaking, that's what we're into now. So it is so bad. Luckily enough for us, food items are becoming very cheap every day now. Food items is drastically dropping. I think we should support the government to ensure that things go smoothly for them.
And while we celebrate that, of course, all of this money, the 150 you said, 1,000 naira, and the others, they will still sip into the price of food at the end of the day, because consumers have to bear it.
It will rise up. It will rise up, honestly. So these are the things I think federal government need to look into. When they look into that, I think things will get better more.
But already, when we look at the price of food compared to last year, I think we're in a better place this year, yeah?
Far, far better. And I will give kudos to the president of Federal Nigerian.
Is it the president that did it? No, what are the things? Let's find out what are the things that have driven.
See,
yes.
Every government that comes has its own issues. When price hike, you blame the president. Is that not? So when food prices are coming down to...
Let's praise the president.
Let's praise the president. Okay. That's how it should be. That's normal, honestly.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing we can do. Last year price was so high that people cannot even come. But yesterday in the market, you can see, even me from the roadside to the market, even to trek, there are a lot of people. It means people see that this thing is very cheap. Anybody can come. Every house is now get food. I can tell you for free. Every house in this country gets food because it is cheap. Last year, rice is about 100,000 naira, you know, 100,000 naira. So how many people have 100 naira to buy? You see people sharing, 10 people sharing bag of rice. But this year you can pick a bag. It's kudos.
How much is it this year?
50 something. 50,
is it long grain?
56, 54. That's why they sell rice. The highest maybe 60. Gari last year was about almost 60,000, 70,000. Today it's 24,000 naira. Who do you give kudos to? Do you give kudos to Malta Market Chairman? You give kudos to the president who has you know, done very well to ensure that things are getting better in the country. And we need to support him. Not only him, but the area I'm having issue is...
sorry, Mr. Show, before you go to the area you're having issue, do we know why there's such a change? I mean, look at, for instance, the rice. I think rice, I was saying that rice is the hamper of this year. It's just a lot of people prefer that. Do we know why the price, or what has driven the price from about 100,000 last year to about half of that?
See, people in this country, some people believe they can displease people and please themselves. Now, if you look at these beans, there's no reason why beans will be 220,000 naira last year. Today is 90 something. Why? People hoard those things. Somebody will take 1 billion naira to the market and buy beans and kept it somewhere. In anticipation that the beans, because he bought many, the beans will be very expensive. You bought beans at the rate of maybe 80,000 naira. You are selling for 220,000 naira. Is that government too? Can that be attributed to the government? No. We are doing ourselves. That's why I see so many occasions. Okay. Now you bought beans at 90,000 naira, and you are selling for 220 people for people, not even government. That's what's happened. People will go and buy gari, they'll go and buy rice, they'll go and do. In fact, some farmers even kept their items until this goes up. So this year, the threat from federal government that whoever has store anything, they will go and break the store and make sure that things. That's why everybody is now bringing. That is the reason why this thing is coming down. It's artificial now. Nigerians are farming. Despite the fact that there are security challenges in the country, Nigerian farms, they still go to the farm. So now, last year, we have a bunch of beans. I know of a woman who bought 1 billion naira beans. She's begging me to come and sell it at anyhow. I said, look, and I told her that, madam, this will not take you anywhere. When you buy beans at the rate of 90,000 naira, you want to sell at 320,000 naira. In anticipation of you making money, now she's in trouble. And I told her, I'm not in support of people keeping items. Food is meant for us. Farmers will go to the farm. Let him have a privilege to go to his farm and do farming, which is 2 eyes open. Bring it to the market, sell, and make money. And it will be, let it be a kind of marathon chain so that things will be moving. But somebody will go and buy it and keep it so that it will be expensive. And that is not too good. You're not helping the country. That is why this thing, now everything is flat. They are crying every day. Every day, people who kept this
hoarding their
every day they are crying. And I want them to keep on crying. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. Because not all Nigerians have money to buy these food items. Now it's coming down to the level where people can eat at will. So we thank Mr. President for his yeoman's job, and we continue to support him to ensure that food gets more cash, so that you and I will have food at home.
Yes, my brother. So, but do you see this, is this a trend that you think has come to stay? You know, the fact that at least we can have a steady supply of food.
Yes, monitoring. Federal government, now that the food is down, there's every need for federal government to also put eyes on that, because Nigerians doesn't care what you have if you're a rich man. No, what Nigerian cares for is for them to have a good food, you know, have a cater for the hospital bill, they can even pay hospital bills, live in a good house. That's what Nigeria wants. Nigerians are good people. And let me tell you something, Annie Thompson. Nigerian food is the cheapest food all over the world. I'm telling you. It's only in Nigeria that with 500 naira, you can still have something in your stomach. Try other countries. But people doesn't believe in this. Now, the food items, look, let me give you another instance. Food items is very cheap now. Tomato, as of yesterday in the market, is 35,000 naira, big basket. Last year, tomato was about 60,000, 70,000 naira. Now, the food vendors, I don't want to mention any outlet, food vendors and hoteliers, up till now, they've not reduced the price of the food. They did not even add the portion, nor reduce the price. So is that federal government too? So the angle I'm blaming federal government is there is need for them to also put eyes on that. They should put eyes on that. If you are saying, okay, because you raise your food to 3,500 because tomato is cheap, is high, tatashe is high, now that it's cheap, bring your price down. They did not. All the eateries did not bring down. Their argument is Maggi did not come down, Ororo did not come down. This Ororo, you can use it twice, but you cannot use tomato twice. It's only once. Why can't they bring the price down? Look at bread. Wheat as last year, wheat is about almost 100 plus wheat. This year is about 70. Maize, last year, 70,000 naira, 100,000 naira. Now, wheat is about 45. Bread is still expensive. I know of the place that are still selling bread, 1,800 bread in this outlet. I won't mention anybody's name. Why are they still like that? Okay, last year too, you know, egg was 4,500. At the peak of expense, because most of these poultry farms have almost closed their factories at that time. But they're selling egg at the rate of 4,500 per crate. Now, all those items they're using is cheap. Is it rice, GNC, all other things they're using is becoming cheap. And egg still remains 6,000 naira. Why? So there's need for federal government to also put eyes on those people. Everything, okay, when the price is now 6,000 naira, you are still blaming Tinubu. What is in business there? He has done what he was supposed to do to ensure that he monitor food come down, and it's down now. You are still making the price high. These are things that at least has nothing to do with federal government. We are blaming federal government. We are just using federal government as an umbrella where so anybody can just shade himself. There's also need for them, the federal government, to put eyes on all those things I'm talking about. The eateries, their food should come down. If you are selling at 3,500, 2,500, now that these items are cheap, reduce your price to 1,500. People can afford. The only person that knows cheap food price is down is you who has a husband, me that have a wife that can go to Malchop market or other market and buy this item and use them for 5-6 days. But people who move out, in the morning and maybe in the afternoon they go to any eateries and eat food. They won't know. They won't identify that because the eateries still remain stagnant with their price or old price.
That's the point you have raised there. That's the point you have raised. Yeah. But on the other side, the farmers, I spoke to a farmer, I think last week or so, and they are not finding this funny because with the prices reducing, that means they have to sell cheaper, and that affects their revenue. Yeah,
it affects them. Really, it affects farmers. I can tell you the farmers are not finding it very easy. But that's area I also want federal government to come in. Assist the farmers with cheapest fertilizers. If fertilizer is cheap, farmer cannot complain of things are getting cheaper. Federal government should do everything possible to ensure that they get fertilizer and whatever farmers need, a kind of grant, assistance, so that we sustain this particular matter we are in now.
Because if not, a farmer told me some people will be leaving the farm.
If not, they will leave the farm. Yeah. And any country who doesn't support its farmers, definitely the country at the verge of collapsing. Farmers need to be supported, and also that's also part of my view. They need to support the farmer. Now, even the transporters, yesterday in the market, because people are so happy, I have to go and stand into the transporter and see what they are doing. They are hiking the price of the buses. And I said, it's not going to work. Because if somebody buys tomato for 35,000 naira and you are asking the person to take each basket, 5,000 naira from here to Lekki, how much is one basket from the north to this place? They are telling me go slow. I said, no, hold up. You must take it for 3,000 naira. And that's what happened yesterday. Almost 10 lorries that were loaded from Mile 12 to other places. I make sure I stood there. They reduced the price to 3,000 naira because at the end of the day, the woman will go and shoot the price up. So they must bring it down. We need to monitor things. But monitoring things will get better. Okay, these transporters now, when the fuel was 1,000 plus, 900, they still take the same price they're taking from Oshodi to Mile 12. Now the price is down. Did they reduce the price? Is anybody monitoring them? We need to monitor all those guys. Monitor the traders, monitor food vendors, monitor feeders, monitor transporters. If our government will do that, all those agencies are there, but I don't think they're working. If the agencies are working perfectly, I'm telling you, nobody will complain of food again.
Yeah. And that is how we can sustain
Exactly. That's how we can sustain all these cheap things that we are enjoying all over the country now.
Mr. Shaw, before I let you go, the issue of preservation and post-harvest losses, is there anything being done? So a lot of times, you would see these tomatoes, because it's in season, it's even rotting. Is there any conscious efforts to preserve it, store them, so that when we're not really in season, we can have them?
That is a huge issue. I've been to South Africa and I saw what they are doing from the farm, like Zizi Farm. They are very big farmers in South Africa. We don't have those farmers in Nigeria. That is the problem. The farmers we have are local farmers. Farmer that will just farm, cultivate, harvest, and bring to the market straight. So whatever you have in the market is yours. But those other ones, they have good seeds of tomato. That tomato can be preserved in a very cool place, just like this your place. Tomato can be preserved here perfectly well, and nothing will happen to it for 4 or 5 days. We don't have that in the country. So it's a different ball game entirely. But what I also want the federal government to do is to ensure that people who are being paced should also, patronize us. At least when...
Are they not patronizing? Are they still importing?
I don't know. I don't want to go to that area. They should need to patronize. They need to patronize us. When they patronize us, at least the post-harvest sort losses will be minimal.
All right, thank you so much for sharing those experiences with us. We really appreciate it. The chairman of Mile 12 International Market, Mr. Shehu Usman. Thank you. And Merry Christmas once again.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Happy. And New Year in advance. By God grace, by next year too, food items will be Tomato will be around 6,000-7,000 naira by God's grace.
Amen.
We need to praise the present.
Amen. All right, let's take a break now. When we come back, we're still discussing food, strawberries. That's what we'll be talking about. After the break, please stay with us.